afternoon and welcome to Realty Coffee Talk. Tonight's discussion we have is how to reduce stress in real estate. I am very pleased that our Vincent Chan, a professor in real estate, a known personality, fellow Real Estate Institute of Canada, and former president of Real Estate Institute of Canada is with us. Ken Finch is also past president of Real Estate Institute of Canada, Toronto chapter twice. And he's also fellow of Real Estate Institute of Canada and also CPM. Also, we have a Fida. He's a real estate agent with, I believe, Remax West Realty.
Yes.
And we welcome you all. So let's take before I start the small presentation, I will ask Vincent, please give 1 minute of introduction. Vincent.
Hi, I'm Vincent Chan, as Tahir introduced me already. I've been real estate profession for close to 30 years now too. I'm also privileged to be a member for Real Estate Institute of Canada, of which that I have the privilege to know Tahir and Ken, and now Frida as well. I do really believe in the value of fellow Real Estate Institute and the Real Estate Institute of Canada because obviously the association take us to the next level and provide us with the amazing networking opportunity that we be able to learn from each other. Also, I also worked for Tridel for the past 28 years, and I'm oversee the sales team, the broker record of Dale Realty, and VP of Sales Development for Tridel.
Wonderful, wonderful, Vincent. Welcome to have you as our panelist. Ken Finch.
Yeah, hi Tahir. Thanks as well for setting up another great video call. I've been a realtor since 2004, and I was a property manager previously to that. So I'm currently with the Royal LePage Signature, based out of Oakville. And just looking forward to another great video.
Fida.
Hi, everybody. I don't have much to say about it. It's just that I'm new a real estate agent that I just, did the course. And I'm just looking forward to learning more about you guys and what you talk about. And I'm a great admirer of Tahir that he prints a lot of stuff in, and I follow it and I hear it, all of it.
Thank you very much. Viewers, my name is Tahir Qureshi. I'm a fellow of Real Estate Institute of Canada and also certified international property specialist and broker record for City Pro Realty Inc. brokerage. And my passion is real estate, and your success is my priority. So tonight's topic is how we help reduce stress in real estate. So I'm going to do a small presentation, then I'm going to pass on to our senior analyst and panelist, Vincent Chan, to give us some guidelines and give us really what's happening in the marketplace because of pandemic. Things have changed, a lot of stresses in the marketplace. What are the cause of it? So I'm going to share a small presentation, and after that, we're going to have an open discussion, and Vincent Chan will take the lead. So allow me to share my screen. So topic is how to reduce stress level in real estate. And real estate is connected with the mortgage financing, real estate, lawyers, all industry professionals who are involved with this. So causes of stress, in my opinion, is a time management, how much time that we take, lack of developing strategy for realtors or the brokerage, understanding the motivation skills, because this requires a lot of motivation to continue to do things to achieve success, and execution to produce a result. That means if you have a strategy, you have allocated time, and you are using motivating your people to do the job, and you are executing it. And the less time on phone and screen. We're going to have a Q&A session after that. So let's go back and see. Why is time management so important? Effective time management increases your focus and improve your productivity. A greater focus when we allow you to capture bigger opportunities. It also allows you to spend more time on the projects, goals, and people that matter, especially in real estate. Time management is important in helping you achieve greater focus and prioritization of your work. What is the benefit of time management? It helps you achieve your goals faster. Proper time management makes you more effective. It helps you to prioritize your work. You get more done in less time. It reduces the stress. It prevents procrastination. It boosts your confidence, offers improved career opportunities. And lack of developing strategy, because what are developing strategy? Strategy development is a process of searching and identifying strategic options, selecting the most promising, and deciding how resources will be allocated across the organization to achieve objective. This is where a realtor, as an individual or a corporation, develop their strategy, how they're going to do their business moving forward. What are a strategy and its important? Strategy is defined as a plan of action designed to achieve a long-term or overall aim. You know, when you are in real estate, you want to develop your strategy, how you're forming the area, what you have to do in order to achieve that. So business strategies help give direction to the entire organization, or you have a brokerage, or you have a team, or individuals, to prevent its individual from losing sight of the end goals. If you have target sales, you want to achieve that, you want to set those goals to make sure you are following your goals and strategy. Now, what are the key areas in developing strategy? 6, create a collaborative and inclusive process. That means you network, you talk to the friends in the team or individually, and you are collecting the historic data. You don't assume, you kind of put together a data, analyze it, then you develop your strategy. Set an expectation for shared responsibility. If you are an owner broker, or you are a team lead, or you are individual, you are expected of it. You may have some registered assistant with you. So you develop that expectation because you want to share that responsibility. Admin work can be done by assistant, whereas your focus as a licensed broker or agent or brokerage, you are pursuing and sharing the responsibility with other people. Because a lot of brokerage has teams. And this is very important to prioritize and transparent communication. You prioritize your work, your target area, and transparent. If you have a team member sharing compensation or whatever arrangement you have with your team, make sure they're transparent and you're communicating with your team. Think past the strategy plan. So you have a set goal that you set up as a part of your developing strategy, but your goal is to achieve and exceed that strategy. Commit making the changes. You develop a strategy, we learn, and sometimes we have to make changes to the plan and strategy that we develop, especially if you are a team leader in terms of being an individual or a team leader or as a brokerage. So this is very, very important to develop that strategy. And now the most important third portion item is a motivation. What is a motivation? Explains its importance. Motivation is a human factor in management. I mean, when we are motivated, we do things and we're excited to achieve success. But if you're not, then you are not producing the result. Motivation really represents willingness of the individuals. That means we really want to make a difference. That means we're going to go out and make money. Obviously, we make money, your team will share, and also your broker will get money. And we also put efforts to make sure we are focused on directing effort as we strategize and we're implementing it. Motivation is what makes people perform to do things. This is very important. Now, remove the screen. Okay, oh, sorry, go back. Okay, So what is the motivation skills? This is very, very important for everyone to understand that. And we're going to ask, he will share with us later on, our Vincent will tell us. Okay, let's go back and see. No, let's go back. Okay, no, this is going forward. Let me go back. No, this went further. Okay, number 4. Ability to cause someone to do something enthusiastically by offering external rewards. That means you may focus on giving some rewards to people who are involved with this. In other words, it means that compelling an action and providing some kind of incentive to people. And motivation skills are sometimes confused with inspiring skills. So this is very important, that a motivational skills to people. So something is wrong with the software. So strategy, execution. We talk about execution now. Execution is the implementation of the strategy and effort to reach organizational goals. It comprises the daily structure, system, and goals that set your team up for success. So execution is really implementation of your strategy. A successful strategy, execution process, clarify strategy, clarify high level statement, separating your goals, objective, initiative, aspiration, and strategies. Identify the organization's capability, access capability, determine gaps, choose investment, monitor strategy progress. These are part and parcel with everything. So end result is we spend too much time on phone and screen time. That means social media. And this is where we need to reduce screen time, free from more other activities, so we are able to connect. We are feeling connections with others can help ward off symptoms of depression and anxiety. We often miss out on the fun and beauty that is happening around us because of screen time. We're spending too much time on the screen. So how many hours of phone time or screen time is healthy? They say it's about 2 hours is the time. So that means when we are spending too much time on the screen, which means we're social media or TV, other than our work, that's too much. And they're saying is unhealthy. So why should we have less screen time? Brain function. According to the research, they're saying is it affects your brain, because when you are involved with this, it affects your planning, prioritizing, organization, impulse, and it shrinks your brain. And this is, Dr. Google will give you all the information. So I'm going to thank you very much for watching. So we're going to go back and stop the screen. So Vincent, go ahead, Vincent. You have seen my presentation. Now tell us your experience about how the stress is in real estate and how we can help.
Yeah, and I think those are very good guidelines. We follow, your time management, developing strategy, motivation, execution, and most importantly, the less on the screen time and more focus on action. I think those are great tips for us to kind of navigate through our complicated real estate world. What I would only add to it, it's interestingly what we do and what Tahir do the best is experience. I think experience is something that can help us reduce the stress. First, started from knowledge. The more that we learn, the more that we experience, that we be able to anticipate what incoming to us. And I think what differentiate us compared to other real estate practitioners, we have a little bit more experience through the Real Estate Institute of Canada. We be able to connect it with expert like the panel today here too. If we be able to learn a little bit more in terms of knowledge too, so we be able to prepare for all the unforeseeable outcome. I think one of the big problem for the stress is when you see a certain challenge and you don't know how to handle it, and then all of a sudden it's stress. But interestingly, through our network, we always encourage people to learn more. People sometimes say, okay, I spend time, on the screen, I spend time watching TV, but four of us here, we enjoy spending time learning. So the more you learn, you'll be able to anticipate it, whatever sent to you, whatever challenge that would presented to you. And also experience. If the more you experience of any type of real estate challenge, you probably have a solution. For unexperienced, they may not have a solution, but with experienced individuals like Ken, Frida, and Tahir, when we face a problem, we probably have maybe more than one solution. And I think that would also reduce stress as well too. And also part of the work that, as I said, Tahir do the best is networking. They create session like Coffee Talk, so that provide us with opportunity to network. Now, for all our real estate challenge, we are not faced alone. And sometimes if you have a question, we have a certain challenge and all that too, don't forget you're not alone. Like you have, like for us, we have the network like the Real Estate Institute of Canada that, say, for instance, if I have run into a challenge in Oakville, you know, who the first person I call? Ken. If I run into, fundraising or, dealing with a developer contractor, perhaps building a church, I reach out to Tahir right away. Or people running into challenge for like new home industry, I may get a phone call. So what I'm trying to say is knowledge, experience, and then even networking that we have, all this would help us reduce some of the potential stress that we have facing of our real estate. So I think for four of us, we practice quite a bit too. We'd be able to navigate many of the challenge coming in too. So for us, will be a little bit less stressful.
Yeah, thank you, Vincent. The real thing that because of COVID happened in 2020, and then pandemic really expanded, lockdown and all that stuff. So people have to learn new skills to adopt new technology, adopting, and then they became conventional wisdom wasn't working anymore. So we have to adopt new transformation of our business. So people have a lot of stress. Lots of realtors did not make money to put food on the table. They have challenges. They suffered a lot. So, and also how much time they're really spending to prepare themselves, like people who go 9 to 5 to their job, but are they spending that much time to do their job in order to earn a living? For example, last year was a seller's market. If like me, we are mostly focused on seller's market, then you won't have the ability to go out and meet the seller because of lockdown and prohibition by the entire government. So a lot of people, agent who have done mostly listing, have a problem because it was a seller's market and there were difficulty. The important thing is, what is the strategy? So the conventional strategy that we have before pandemic is no longer working. So we have to adopt new method, training. The thing that I have noticed that only winner or successful people are the one more active in learning, participating, getting designation program. If you see the lack of participation by a regular realtor or real estate professional, and you see why they are falling behind. And leaders are the one who are attending all the seminars and learning the new skills. And they are the top 1 to 5%. So Ken, what is your idea on that?
Yeah, no, I agree with your comments. If you're a professional, you have higher standards, that's all going to help as well. If you're not doing things properly in the industry, that is just going to lead to stress in your your work life, and it's going to follow you into your personal life. So you just have to do things properly. You have to be organized, professional, and that's one of the biggest factors in how to avoid stress.
And when you are doing this, you need to have time management. That's number one. You have to allocate sufficient time for your plan that you have prepared and for execution. And you need to be motivated, because you got to be ready to go. You get up in the morning and you say, okay, I'm going to spend 8 hours of my time pretending that I'm a 9-to-5 job. Then it is your full-time job. And then you go out and do things, distributing flyers, calling people, sending emails, or whatever social media you are doing. So you set your time, certain time, what you're going to do. At the end, in your strategy, you know what type of living style you want to maintain. And in order to maintain that, you need to generate revenue. And then you have to create a plan and strategy, how much money, and then also be motivated and spend time, generate that revenue to make sure you are executing what you are promising yourself to do it. And obviously, I have a little problem too, a little bit sometimes, because I'm doing a lot of presentation. I spend time on phone and screen. I have to cut down that time myself to make it more profitable and more beneficial to me myself. So Vincent, you agree with Ken, what he's saying?
Oh, for sure. Like, and I think that's important to if we have a higher standard personal integrity, that would actually de-stress a lot. And then I'll also echo what you telling us about the time management and developing strategy and motivation. Those are a key factor that help our real estate professional to move forward, especially when we have facing a certain challenge. If you're well planned, as you mentioned, you have a good strategy, you know what's coming. So stress is already automatically reduced.
Our recent statistic shows that before February, it was a seller's market. Now it appears to be turning into a buyer's market, because average prices from February to May has declined. Average price based on TREB data, from February was the highest average price across 905 and 416 area. And there is a decline, about 33,000 from February to March, 46,000 from March to April, and 42,000 from April to May. So, and there are more listings now than what we had before. So it appears to me this interest rate is affecting the buyer ability. And the other challenge that we have, and especially our friends who have transaction executed or executed agreement of purchase sale in January, February, and they're closing in June, July, there is other challenge because the appraised value is coming down. I'm hearing calls, almost 1 or 2, 3 calls every day from people. They're saying they have not sold their property because they wanted to buy first and then sell. Now, or some of them sold them, but they can't close it because buyer is having a shortfall between the purchase price, APS, versus the appraised value. And bank is saying, I'm going to lend you only based on the latest appraised value. Therefore, there is a gap, $100,000, $200,000, $300,000. And this is going to create a stress because our realtors were expecting the compensation. If deal falls apart, then we have a problem. Do you feel that, Ken and Vincent, have you heard about this scenario?
Yeah, for sure. We hear about it too, but not too much from my own industry per se, too, because obviously pre-construction, what you're dealing with now is the purchase that they did a few years ago. So, but have we heard such narrative? Yes. But just that, to your point, earlier, like if you run into this, my point earlier, when we run into this situation, number one, don't be too stressful. You would have a good network. Like say, for instance, within our institute, you'll be able to reach out to experienced person like Tahir and Ken and discuss about the situation. You're not alone. And then we may be able to collectively find a certain solution to it. And in terms of the undervalue of the appraisal and all that too, to a certain point, you should be kind of expected as well too. Like if you oversued and purchase based on emotion, not based on facts or based on the actual value when you make the purchase, then now that it's kind of the time that you need to pay back. But I do believe in there is way to kind of navigate through this as well too. We have to somehow get used to of the interest rate that we do. And going back to the advice that you all hear this afternoon, be prepared, set yourself on the higher standard, understanding the whole situation a little bit, and try to navigate it through. And then even if you run into a situation that you may not, your purchaser may not come up with the proper amount, how about negotiation? How about working with bankers, and how about negotiate it with your current buyer and all that too? And I do believe the experience and knowledge that we have would always be able to lead us to a solution. So I hope this will be short-lived, and we would collectively find to navigate through the current situation.
Yeah, Fida, you have any?
I agree. Just one other comment. Just it's Winston's right there. If you have a team of professionals that you work with, whether it's in your your brokerage or with a group like the Real Estate Institute of Canada, it's just good to discuss things over and come up with solutions, because if you talk to the experienced professionals, then there's always a solution.
Yeah. Fida, do you have any question, Fida? You have any question to our panelist?
Sorry?
Unmuted.
Oh, okay. No, actually, these are the very fundamental things of actually any profession, because to reduce the stress, and the knowledge is the power, because the more knowledge you have, the more you are able to cope up with all the situation. And then another important thing is that, it was mentioned that when you are surrounded by, or at least where to get it, the knowledge and the information, it's actually, it's a blessing.
Thank you very much. Ken, you want to add anything to it? Viewers, you're watching Realty Coffee Talk episode on how to reduce stress level in real estate. Fundamental issues are your time management, you're developing a strategy, a success strategy, then you are motivated, make sure you allocate time, and time management strategy will help you to streamline how much time you allocate for business, for the family, and other activity you have. And also you need to remain motivational, and then you will execute your plan. And on the way to your execution of the plan, you also make sure you are improving it, because you may have a team, you may be working as an individual, and you understand the market condition is changing, laws are changing, the market is going up and down. Sometimes you need to go and check your data from TREB and ITSO to make sure you are giving a good opinion, you have a good understanding of the market trend. And also when you create a budget as a part of the strategy, you have a budget, how much money you want to earn, to make sure you look after your family and also support your education for your kids for higher education. These are part and parcel of it, how much you want to earn and how much effort you put in, and what is the strategy you want to use to execute that. And obviously, spending time on social media is good, but allocate, they're saying, is it affects your brain if you spend too much time, more than 2 hours, they're saying it. So let's have our final word from Ken, and then we're going to ask Vincent to give a final word at the end. So Vincent, last message.
Oh, yeah. So I think Tahir set up a very good guideline for us to follow. And as I said, the only thing that I add to it is to learn more, be more experienced, surround yourself with professional. And sometimes when you face a problem, as much as there's only one solution, but the experience tell me that there is always multiple solutions. As Ken mentioned earlier too, there always is a solution to any challenge that you have. And I surround yourself with good people like Ken or Tahir or Realty Institute of Canada. I think that will be something that will help us navigate any future challenge.
Thank you very much, Vincent. Ken, final word.
Yes, no, just the more professional and the more organized you are with your time management, just with your industry knowledge, the easier life will be. And there's always there's all different types of people that you're going to deal with, and obviously not everyone is going to be a professional that you're dealing with. So it's inevitable that you're going to run into problems here and there and some stressful situations.
Viewers, I think we have a bad connection at this moment. I would say thank you very much for Vincent Chan, Ken, and Fida for participation. To end this program, it's very important for viewers, who especially ours, the professional, creative time management and develop a strategy, and then remain motivational and execute your strategy in a practical way and spend less time on phone and screen. We'll look forward to see you on next episode of Realty Coffee Talk.